Hello guys, I think we are live again. Today I am going to take a look at the changes I made yesterday to the IR Control 32 protocol or the channels. So what basically happened in one of the other live streams, one of the users called Model Isher, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I could be wrong. He gave me the suggestions on how I needed to modify my code for the controller, the infrared part of the controller to get control of the other three channels. So I already had channel 1 working, and he suggested the times and how to modify the first 4 bits of the infrared protocol, or whatever you'd call it, the infrared what is it called anyway? Probably command string or something. But anyway, this is basically what he suggested to do. We have 4 different channels, and of those channels, the very first bit is like a signal to say the command string is coming. So after that, the first 4 of the actual data bits, they make up the channel ID. So if we're talking about channel 1, the first bit of the 4 is a 1. If we're talking about the second channel, it's the second bit, that's a 1. So in here, and so on for the others, the 1 just basically moves back. And the next difference then is the timer or the delay between when the command bytes are sent. So for channel 1, he says the delay is about 64.8 milliseconds. For channel 2, it was around 73.8, and so on. Channel 3, 82.8, and channel 4 was 91.8. So I just had to come along to my code, and all I had to do was change the first little piece of the code here. Basically, I just had these 2 sentences in the code, and all I needed to do then was kind of identify that we're on channel 1. So back up where I set up the menu, I said that channel 1 of the IR Control 32 protocol was going to be vehicle number 31, and channel 2 is going to be 32, and so on. And all then I needed to do was do an if we have vehicle 31 active, then I know that my IR byte needs to start with these 4 bits, and the way I do that is just set the byte equal to this, and I'll change the other 4 bits later on. Those 4 bits will be part of the data signals now. I can't remember what they specifically do. It could be part of the motor control, or the steering servo control, or the lights, or the lift and arm servo control. Could be any of that. But we set the byte up originally with this, and we'll only modify these other 4 bits later on, so it's not too bad that way. When we go, what was I saying there? Oh yeah, so previously we had that. We added in the if function. If it's vehicle 1, we do that. Else if it's vehicle 2, we'll set it up like this. So that's all I had to do. Just add in those 3 extra sections, I suppose. Now, this was extremely easy to do yesterday, because Model Isher had already suggested, or basically just told me how I needed to do it. So that made things very simple. So I have to big thank you to Model Isher for that suggestion. Now, I have modified this in the library, and I have updated the library. So if you come to the website and you go to controllers, you then go down to the controller version 2, because it's the version 2 controller that has the infrared LEDs on it. Go down to the bottom of this page, go to the library, and when you come in here, you'll see version 1.03, and that's the one where I added all the IR32 channels. So you just click on the link, that'll download your zip file, and you extract the file, and you'll need to, so you would extract that file, remove the one that you already have in your library and replace it with this one. And then when you open up your Arduino IDE, you should see the examples. So let me just pull up the Arduino IDE here for the crack. If you go in here into examples, then all the way down you have your controller version 2, get it in there and just upload it, because we've modified this file in the library, and once you upload that, it should just work fine. So that is all there is. I'm going to switch over now to the camera, and I'll just show you that the channels work on the tractor, because there seems to be a little trick. You have to unplug the battery and plug it back in again if you want the controller to actually start communicating. It seems like if you just spin the little channel thing on the bottom of the tractor, it doesn't change the channel. So I guess the control board in the Siku tractors only reads the channel potentiometer or selector switch when the tractor boots up. So that's probably all. I see, hello Joe, I see you on the message board there. The Kyosho Komatsu, that is a very nice vehicle. Let me just throw that in here. For those of you who don't know, you can get these little 150 scale Kyosho, is that how you pronounce that? I suppose so. Kyosho excavators, and they are a very nice little excavator. I haven't actually got one myself, but well, it's only the scale that's put me off really, because you see the videos on YouTube and they look really good. But Joe was saying it'd be nice to be able to control one of these excavators from one of my controllers, and I agree, it would be brilliant if we could. If we knew what the if we knew what the radio module it was using, but probably be difficult enough to intercept that signal and get it working. Probably be easier to rewire the model, but at the price of the model, I don't think anyone would want to go rewiring it themselves. So let me switch over to the camera here, if it actually will work for me. Yes, okay. Let me just get my microphone over there as well. Okay. Hopefully you can still see me. I have my Control 32 tractor here. It's the only one I have. So if you look on the bottom here, we have our selector switch. You see, I can't see if I'm on camera. Yeah, so you can see the one there, and you just flick this switch around 4, so that's your channels 1 to 4. Focus for me, maybe not. Yeah, so you can kind of see the 4. I have it upside down. So that's how you change the channel on a Siku Control 32 tractor, for those of you who don't know. I have mine rewired, you would have seen in another video, so just for handiness sake, I have put this extra long wire on here so I can wire it up easily. So we are set to channel 1, I think. No, we're set to channel 4. Let me switch back to channel 1. So that's set to channel 1. If I give it power, we'll see the tractor go through the boot sequence. So that's the tractor booted in channel 1. So let's get the controller. Oh great, we're losing battery. Tell you what, let me just change the battery. I thought my battery was fairly charged. Obviously not. So just bear with me for 1 second. These things always go wrong when you're doing these kind of impromptu videos, I suppose. I obviously picked up a battery I was using in the last video by accident. Either that or my battery is beginning to wear out. So let's see, are we back? Okay, looks like we're back in action here. So we're booted into channel 1 there. I will hopefully be able to get this little screen working. So there's the controller booting up. You see our options there. So we're going to go down to IR control 32, select that, and then we'll select channel 1. I'll push the select button here so you can see. Once the controller screen is booted up, we start getting our signal over to our tractor. So I don't know, I suppose I should show you today I'm actually controlling it from this. So it is our controller. We have our control of our lights and our work lights. So you can see all our controls there. So that's alright, that's channel 1 working, and I'll just show you if I go back out of here. Now you can see we've already lost the control there, our lights are gone off. If I go to channel 2 and hit channel 2, the controller is in the mode, so we are transmitting, but we're getting no signal from our tractor because we're in the wrong channel. Okay, so this controller is in channel 2 mode. Now without unplugging the tractor, if I switch this to channel 2, so now we are in, or the selector switch says channel 2. So the selector switch says channel 2, but we have no control. Notice the top hat LEDs aren't lighting up there. So let me just check YouTube's still working. We have a few more people commenting there. Hello all guys. Welcome to our little stream here. Okay, so we're in channel 2 and, well, the selector switch says channel 2. The controller is transmitting on channel 2, but we don't have a signal. So that's why I think it's because it only selects the channel when you plug in the battery first. It's only when the tractor boots that little switch is actually red. So if I unplug the battery, I'll plug it back in, it'll cause the tractor to reboot again. So the tractor booted, and you can see that we are now transmitting. Or not, we're now transmitting, we're now receiving the signal. All our functions work, we have control of everything, our lights work, our lifting arms work. This is all very difficult to do with the camera behind me. I have to keep flicking back to see if I'm on screen or not, but it's this little control knob here that controls the lifting arms. You can see that's working. So that's channel 2. We go into channel 3 here. So select channel 3. Oop, no, hit the wrong button. We go into channel 3. That's the controller on. And this isn't working. Let's flick to channel 3 here. Plug it in again. And we have control. Or do we? Oh, I think we have a flat battery there. Let me go again. I'll plug that in again. Watch the brake lights there. When you get a flat battery, you seem to end up with the lights flashing there. The top hats also flash, so that's a little bit distracting, but you have to watch the brake lights. They shouldn't be flashing unless the battery is flat, I think. Or maybe I'm mistaken. There's something else wrong. Maybe I have more battery issues. Let me get another one. I was testing the tracks on the PC400 last night. This one is completely dead. Not going so good for me now. it's the same. Let me try. I'll go back to channel 2 and see. Maybe I have something else wrong here. I'll make this one. Oh, why is it working in channel 2 and not working in the others? Yes. That's very strange. Maybe channel 3 is broken on this tractor. This was a second-hand tractor, and I did buy it with the, under the knowledge that it was faulty. We did repair the lights and that in the previous video, and there was a few bits of corrosion on different PCBs. Let me just try. No, now we seem to be okay. That's channel 3 now, and it's working fine. So maybe the switch was in the wrong place or something. It was slightly off. But, it seems to be working fine now. That is channel 3. You can see in the bottom of the screen there. If it'll focus, maybe don't focus on that. That kind of. There's channel 3 anyway. So it is channel 3 that we're in there. So last channel, let's just check channel 4. I've selected channel 4 on the controller, and we have no signal. So flick it on to channel 4. And there we go. We have control. So there you can see that's the 4 channels are now working on the controller. If you have one of the controllers, you can just download the library, re-upload it to your Arduino or Meduino Mega 2560, and you'll just have that control then. Right, I think that's all I wanted to show you on that. Let me flick back to the computer, and if you have any questions, feel free to shoot now. I can hang around for another few minutes. Okay, well, that looks like looks like thing. Did the stream freeze? Looks like it's kind of frozen looking on my screen. Let me see if I flick over to the live kind of view what's happening. Oh no, looks like we're still kind of live. So if I go back here. So just to remind you again, to get to the new library, you just have to go to controllers, head down to Arduino based RC controller version 2, that's the one with the infrared, and down to the bottom of this page you'll see the little thing, controller library. Flick in there, and it's the one on the top. You just click that, replace your own library with that one, and that should work. Make sure you have to keep the names correct. The folders should be the same, so you'll have to completely remove the previous version of the library and replace it with the new library. So probably what you'd do is cut the existing library and maybe create a folder old somewhere outside of the Arduino libraries folder or something like that, and save that there. But make sure that the names of the new library are correct, or they're the way they start off, I suppose. So don't add to the names, or the library probably won't work properly. So that's the controller library. If you're looking for a vehicle library, or if you're looking for the vehicle library, you go into the tractors. If you went to the John Deere 9560R, for example, you just flick into there, go down the bottom of the page, the code's always on the bottom, and here you see the link for the library, and that's the one for the tractors themselves. So you click in there, you come down here, there is the latest version of the tractor library. Now I haven't updated that in a long time. It looks like I possibly don't have a version with the Scania code on it, or not the Scania, the Subaru code. So I guess I'll have to update that now. I noticed where did I see it? See these things popping up on my website? I don't know why that is. I'll have to go around my website and get rid of these A's. I was doing a bit of that this evening. Don't know why they just randomly appeared. Must have been some update on the website code. But anyway, you'll find the tractor libraries in here. Again, you just download this file, extract it, and that's pretty much all you have to do. Once you go into the examples, you'll have all the tractors or all the vehicles, my excavators, any of the code I'm using. I generally update the tractor library on my computer, and then I just upload that library to here. That's where you get all my vehicles. If you wanted the other controller, there's a link at the top of that page as well. But if you went out back to controllers at the top and went into basic RC controller, so that's the real simple controller. It's just the Arduino Uno, the little controller board, and an NRF. Again, just shoot down the bottom here, and there's the code for that. Or maybe click there and go into the thing. There's only one version of that, so I obviously haven't made much changes to that. If anyone else has suggestions for changes to the controller code, if you've made your own changes and you want to share them with us, just let me know in an email or in a comment or something, and I can add them for everyone else to use as well. Just like the Modelizer, he suggested that change, so I put in his name there as a contribution, and he helped me out with that. So if you've made any changes to the code yourself, and you know it can be something that might benefit the other guys using the library, or maybe you have a vehicle. If you wanted to, if you'd made code for a particular vehicle, you could maybe want to share it with everyone else. I can add it into the library as well, and then everyone will have access to that code. Because I've said it before, I'm not an expert in any of this kind of programming. I'm just kind of putting the things together that I need to get it working, and so far it's worked out alright. But you know, there's plenty of guys out there who know a lot more than me. Okay, well, I think that's all I have time for then this evening. I don't see any questions here, so I think I'll wrap the stream up with that. Hope you found it interesting, and don't forget to hit the like button if you did. Any questions, you'll be able to leave them below the video. Once it's uploaded as a kind of permanent video, you'll be able to leave comments there if you want. And I think that's pretty much everything. So thanks very much for watching.